Hey everyone, Timmy Trickle coming at you again with yet another top 10 list. Today I'm giving you my top 10 favorite Halle Berry movies. Yes, Halle Berry is one of my favorite actresses of all time, and she has done some very good films. Um, and today I'm going to give you my top 10 favorite of hers. I don't have any honorable mentions. I don't do any honorable mentions. I just give you a straightforward top 10 list of what I think are her best films. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get this top 10 list started. Coming in number 10 is the film Kingsman: The Golden Circle. And that film came out in 2017. It's a sequel to the original film, which was really, really good. It was an awesome film. This sequel was very good. Could have been a lot better. Definitely not better than the first film. But I love Halle Berry in this film. I love some of the new characters too. Channing Tatum brought some new light to the franchise, and I'm not sure if they'll make a third film, but this film as a sequel was pretty good, and I love Halle Berry in it. Coming at number 9 is probably a film that no one will have in their top 10, but it's a guilty pleasure of mine, and that is The Flintstones from 1994. She plays Sharon Stone in this film, and she's delightful in this film. John Goodman and Rick Moranis uh, are in this film as well. John Goodman I think, did a pretty good job as Fred, and Rick Moranis did a pretty good job of being Barney. The two female leads, I wasn't really keen on, but Halle Berry as secretary in this film. She plays the secretary to Fred when he is promoted in this film. But he's promoted in this film because of Barney, because he switches the test scores. But Halle Berry, she's really charming in this film, and it's one of my guilty pleasures. And it definitely belongs in my top 10. Coming to number 8 is Swordfish from 2001. This film stars John Travolta as well. Halle Berry, again, she's really good in this film. Again, it's probably a film that most will have in their top 10. But I think this is an underrated film when it comes to Halle Berry. I think she's um, uh, really manipulative in this film, and she can play an evil part in this film too. And I really enjoyed this film. This is another guilty pleasure. Um, like I said, it wasn't a big box office film or didn't win any awards, but I like it. It's one of my favorites, and uh, do I recommend checking it out? Yeah, I mean, I recommend checking out all the films you can, but I enjoy this one, and I think it belongs to the top 10. Um, and yeah, that's all I really want to say about it. Coming number 7 is X2 from 2003. One of my favorite X-Men characters is Storm. I love her in this role. Um, I can't see anyone else playing this role except if you have prequels. Of course, you're going to have another actress playing her if, in fact, that they do use her character. Um, I love her in this franchise. It's one of her best characters in all of her films, and it is one of my favorite X-Men films in the franchise. And I hope to see her in future X-Men films. I believe there's one coming out this year in 2018. I'm not sure if she's going to be in it, but I love her as Storm, and I love her in X2. And that one came in at number 7. Number 6 is a biofilm, Why Do Fools Fall in Love from 1998. This is a film about Frankie Lyman and the 3 women who fight to win his estate after his passing. And there's a big legal battle in this film about who is the rightful owner of all of his likenesses and properties and all that stuff. And Vivica A. Fox is in this film as well, and it's a great film. And the leading ladies in this film, one being Halle Berry, is just a tremendous performance in my opinion, and definitely underrated uh, when it comes to Halle Berry filmography. And I enjoyed it. I guess you consider another guilty pleasure, but she does a great job in this film, along with the other leading ladies. And it's one I recommend you checking it out if you like those bio films, true stories and stuff. Um, but yeah, it's a solid film, definitely worth top 10 appearance. Coming at number 5 is a film I just watched last year. It is called Frankie and Alice. It's from 2010. In this film, she has a multiple personality disorder, but she doesn't know um, that she has this disorder, and she goes around. One of her characters is a stripper. Another one is someone completely opposite of what she actually is. When she is the stripper, she's really sweet, nice, innocent, and hard worker. And when she's the other character, she's mean, psychotic, and yeah, it is a tremendous film. Her performance in this film is amazing. I love what she does with both characters, how she flips the script, and there's always a trigger when she changes personalities. And yeah, I think she does a great job in this film. And I really love watching older films. I like to catch up on these older films from actors and actresses I love, and this is no exception. She does a really good job in this film, and I really think she deserved at least a nomination, whether it be a Golden Globe or an Oscar. I think she did a really good job in this film. Coming to number 4 is X-Men: Days of Futures Past from 2014. I mean, what else can you say about this? I love the X-Men franchise, and I love this film. Halle Berry as Storm, of course, is phenomenal. Uh, I really can't say too much about it. I mean, it's a great film. She does a great performance, as always, as Storm. And I love the story in this film. All the jumping back and forth between the characters and from the past and the future. And I think they all do a great job in this film. Hugh Jackman, um, and who else? There's Michael Fassbender, and yeah, just all of them do a great job in this film. But I love Halle Berry, and I love the character Storm, and this is definitely worth the top 5 in my opinion. At number 3 is Gothica from 2003. This is another film where Robert Downey Jr. is in this film as well. Halle Berry is playing another psychotic lady in this film, but she was actually a psychologist in this film, I believe. I haven't seen it in a while, but she is being convicted of murder, and she can't really remember what happened and why she's been institutionalized. And Robert Downey Jr. is trying to help her out and trying to solve what actually really happened. And it's a great film. I love these psychological thrillers, and Halle Berry again, she knocks it out of the park in my opinion. I think Robert Downey Jr. should have got some recognition too for this film, but it's a very good film, and one I recommend checking out, and definitely worth the top 3 spot in my opinion. Coming number 2 is X-Men from the year 2000, and this is what got it all started. Halle Berry in this film, again, she plays Storm, and her and Cyclops save Wolverine from Sabretooth, and they think that Magneto is after Wolverine, when in fact they're after Rogue. And I love this film. I love how it gets started. The character of Rogue, though, as far as the mutant power of taking other powers, I really didn't find that character all that interesting. Um, because that's all she really does. I mean, yeah, she could be a badass for a little while by taking the powers, but at the same time, I think that's a character that's overrated in my opinion. But in this film, Storm, um, they recruit kids um, who are basically abandoned, and they come to Charles Xavier's uh, mansion. They're supposed to be for special kids, but really they're all mutants who are either thrown out of their family or abandoned or whatever. And he takes them in and schools them and shows them how to harness their powers. And Storm was one of his first students, along with Jean Grey. And I love, again, Halle Berry in this film is phenomenal. Even the special effects still hold to this day. And yeah, it's a great film and definitely worth the number 2 slot, in my opinion. Coming to number 1 is a great film. It is called Monsters Ball. It is my favorite Halle Berry film. She won an Oscar for Best Actress for this film, and she is the only black female actress to ever win Best Actress Oscar, and it still holds up to this day as I'm speaking to you now. And she is amazing in this film. Heath Ledger and Billy Bob Thornton are in this film. They're both fantastic. She plays a waitress who is raising a son on her own, and he is subsequently killed, and she runs to the arms of Billy Bob Thornton, who is a prison guard, who is also a racist. His father's a racist, and she ends up connecting with his character, and they actually form a great bond and relationship in this film. And it is a great story. And if you haven't seen this film, I highly recommend that you watch it. It is an amazing film. And she deserved the Oscar for her performance. Of course, everybody's going to talk about the infamous sex scene in this film. That's what a lot of people talk about. But outside that, the story, the direction, the characters, everything's great in this film. And she deserved that Oscar win. I think Billy Bob Thornton should have consideration too. I think this film should have been up for Best Picture. If it already wasn't, I don't remember if it was or not. But this is a great film, and definitely worth the top spot in my opinion, and definitely my favorite Halle Berry film of all time. It could change if she does something phenomenal going forward. But right now, that is worth the number 1 spot. And yeah, that is my top 10 favorite Halle Berry films. So in the comment section below, let me know what are some of your favorite Halle Berry films. Or give me your top 10 list. And did you like my list? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree? And just let me know. And if there's some Halle Berry films that I didn't mention in my top 10 that you think I should see, let me know in the comment section below. I'm always looking for new movies to watch, or if they're older films. It doesn't matter. I love everything movies. I love talking about movies. And yeah, that is my top 10 favorite Halle Berry films. So until next time, I thank you guys for watching this top 10 list. And if you like it, you can like and subscribe. And please feel free to share this video on Facebook as well. Until next time, I thank you for watching, and you guys have a great day. Check you later.